Good morning, children. Today we are going to know about the lesson The Sound of Music. Part 1 is related to the life and work of Evelyn Glennie. The topic is Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. It means Evelyn Glennie is deaf, but she listens sound with by knowing the vibration of the sound by her skin. Before you read, you see the important lines about Evelyn Glennie. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Dear children, second line is very important. What we hear means we hear by our ears, but she does not hear, she feels. And what is there in sound which can be felt, that is vibration can be felt. So this is very important. Now your first paragraph. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl. You can see the meaning of slight, that is a small and thin. Looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. Means coming train. She could not hear the sound of coming train by ears, but she felt the vibration of the coming train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf, means she was deeply deaf. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she did not move. I suddenly realized she had not heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is the mother of Evelyn. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness. Conceal is hiding. So she managed to hide her growing deafness from friends and teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead. A normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day, she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes, percussionist, percussion is a musical instrument. You can say percussionist is a tabla vadak. Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears. He would say, try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly, I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. Solo is single performances. At the end of her 3 year course, she had captured most of the top awards. And for all this, Evelyn would not accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there, she says. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi percussionist with a mastery of some thousand instruments and a hectic international schedule. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says, but that does not explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. As for music, she explains, it pours it through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. This line is very important, children. Here, she, Evelyn says, she hears by skin, by cheekbones, and by hair. It means she feels vibration of the sound by these body parts. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the responses says flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic is a person who finds it difficult to stop working, called workaholic. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. And Rieslin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is now here that they cannot go. Evelyn Glenis has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of her orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped people who to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Dear children, read and again this lesson till you understand it. Meanings are given in the right side of the book, and if you have any trouble, please contact to your dictionary. Thank you.